Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something that I know hits close to home for a lot of people, especially if you work for the Minisink Valley Central School District. We're talking about navigating your 403B retirement plan, which, let's be honest, can feel, well, perplexing.
Absolutely. It often feels like trying to find your way in a fog, doesn't it?
Exactly. You've got all these options, maybe not a lot of clear guidance. It's tough.
It really is.
So our mission right now is simple. Help you cut through the jargon, understand what really matters with your retirement choices, and hopefully avoid some costly mistakes along the way.
And what's really fascinating here, specifically at Minisink Valley, is just how unique the situation is.
How so?
Well, employees there have, get this, 13 different 403B providers they can choose from.
13. Wow.
13. And each one has its own reps, its own investment products, and crucially, really different fee structures.
So how does anyone even begin to choose?
That's the challenge, isn't it? It makes it incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And, this isn't just a Minisink Valley thing. There was that CNBC article.
Oh, right. Why these teachers' retirement plans aren't making the grade. I remember that.
Exactly. It highlighted stories of teachers being charged much higher fees for years.
Yeah.
Often without realizing it.
Because they weren't given the right information.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It just shows how many districts, maybe unintentionally, don't provide much education on these plans. And that leaves employees, well, kind of vulnerable to salespeople pushing products that might not be in their best interest.
13 providers. It sounds less like planning and more like, I don't know, a lottery. And the stakes are your retirement.
Well put.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because those choices, they have a huge long-term impact, right? Specifically the costs.
Oh, monumentally.
Now, fees are always part of investing. We get that. You can't avoid them entirely.
No, you can't.
But the difference in those fees from one provider to the next, that's the core problem, isn't it?
That is absolutely the core problem. The degree of variation is staggering.
And the source material we're digging into today really spells it out. It says an extra 1 to 2% in fees each year.
Which sounds small, right? 1 or 2%.
It sounds tiny. But over 35 years, that small difference can mean over $200,000 less in your account.
It's a huge number. $200,000. Think about what that means for retirement.
I mean, that's a down payment on a house. That's college tuition for a kid. Gone. Just from that small percentage difference.
It's true. Those percentages, they cut directly into your returns year after year. It's like a constant drag on growth.
A drag that just gets heavier over time because of compounding?
Exactly. But here's the good news, and this is really important.
Okay.
Many of these fees are avoidable, or at least they can be dramatically reduced if you know what you're looking for.
Okay, so how do you start figuring that out, especially with, 13 options?
Well, first, you need to understand the types of investments available in the Minisink plan. Generally, you're looking at two main categories: mutual funds and annuities.
Mutual funds and annuities. Got it.
And then comes the hard part: actually researching all 13 of those providers, understanding their products, their costs, which often aren't very transparent.
Yeah, I can see people's eyes glazing over already. It sounds overwhelming.
It can be. And that really raises a critical question. Who do you trust?
Right. How do you know the advice you're getting is actually good advice?
And that's where the concept of the fiduciary standard comes in. It's a crucial recommendation.
Explain that. What's a fiduciary standard?
It means the financial advisor is legally required to act in your best interest. Your needs come first, period.
Okay, so they have to put my interests ahead of their own potential commission or something?
Precisely. It's different from a suitability standard, where they just have to recommend something suitable, which might not be the lowest cost or truly the best option for you.
That seems like a really important distinction.
It is. And beyond that, you absolutely need to understand all the fees you're being charged because, like we said, they directly impact your returns. And many can be avoided or lowered.
Okay, so focusing on fiduciaries and understanding fees, that helps narrow things down.
It does. And thankfully, the source material we looked at provides a pretty clear way to categorize the providers available at Minisink. It basically sorts them into pass and fail based on costs and structure.
Ah, okay. That's helpful. So let's break that down. Who's on the task list?
All right, on the pass side, these are the low-cost mutual fund providers. The names here are Aspire Financial Services, IPX, that's Investment Provider Exchange, and Orion Portfolio Solutions, LLC. You might remember them as FTJ Fund Choice.
Aspire, IPX, Orion, okay. And what makes them pass?
Typically, you won't find upfront sales charges or loads, no commissions eating into your initial investment. Also, usually no redemption fees if you take money out.
That sounds good.
And they often offer open architecture. That just means you get access to a wide range of low-cost mutual funds and index funds from different companies, not just their own expensive stuff.
More choice, lower internal costs.
Exactly. And critically, advisors working with these platforms are typically held to that fiduciary standard we just talked about.
Got it. So those are the pass options. What about the fail list?
Okay, the fail list has two parts. First, high-cost mutual fund providers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Names here include Invesco Oppenheimer Funds, PenServe Smart SAV, they used to be Foresters, the Legend Group, which is part of Lincoln Investment, and Security Benefit.
And what makes them fail? What are the red flags?
You'll often find those upfront or deferred sales commissions, the loads, also potential redemption or surrender fees if you leave early. Things like 12B1 fees, which are ongoing marketing fees hidden inside the fund.
Fees that just quietly drain your account year after year.
That's right. And sometimes short-term trading fees, too. Basically, more ways for costs to eat into your returns.
Okay, that's high-cost mutual funds. What's the other category?
The other category is high-cost annuities product providers.
Annuities, right.
Names on this list include Bright House Life Insurance, that was part of MetLife CT Travelers Equitable, formerly AXA, then MetLife itself, NY Life Insurance and Annuity Corp, and Voya Financial, specifically the NATL NY part.
And what are the issues with these, typically?
Generally, higher internal investment fund fees. Plus, annuities often have insurance-related fees, like a mortality and expense fee or M&E fee. This pays for insurance guarantees, but it can be a significant drag on performance.
More fees, basically.
Often, yes. And a really crucial point here. The representatives selling these annuities are often not fiduciaries.
Back to that standard again. They don't have to put your best interest first.
Correct. They operate under that suitability standard. And you'll also commonly find those redemption or surrender fees, which can lock your money up for many years.
Okay, that breakdown is really clear. Pass versus fail, low-cost mutual funds versus high-cost funds and annuities.
It gives you a framework to start evaluating.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now if you're a Minisink Valley employee?
It means you have these unique options, but also unique challenges.
And the key is, what? Asking questions.
Absolutely. Empower yourself. Ask direct questions. Seek advice, but make sure you understand how that advisor gets paid. Ask them point blank, are you a fiduciary?
Don't be afraid to ask that.
Definitely not. And, if it's been more than a year since you really looked at your 403B plan, it's probably time to take another look, ask those tough questions.
It can feel daunting, though, digging into investment details and fee structure.
It certainly can. It can feel overwhelming. But there is help available, specifically for Minisink employees.
Oh.
Yes, the source material mentions Warwick Valley Financial Advisors. They're an independent firm that actually specializes in K-12 retirement plans like the 403B.
Okay, Warwick Valley Financial Advisors. And they understand the school district situation.
They do. And importantly, they are held to the fiduciary standard. They don't earn commissions on the products they recommend. Their advice is based purely on what's best for the client.
That sounds promising.
And here's a key connection. They have partnership agreements with Aspire, IPX, and Orion Portfolio Solutions.
Wait, those are the low-cost pass providers we just talked about?
Exactly. The ones available on the Minisink Valley Omni provider list. So they work directly with the recommended low-cost platforms.
That makes a lot of sense.
And to help people out, Warwick Valley Financial Advisors is offering Minisink Valley CSD employees a free, completely no-obligation consultation. It's a complimentary 403B review.
Free review, no strings attached.
That's right, just to help you make sure you're on the right track.
Okay, and how can people take advantage of that?
They can just give them a call. The number is 845-981-7300.
Let me repeat that. Warwick Valley Financial Advisors for a free 403B review for Minisink employees. Call 845-981-7300.
Correct. 845-981-7300.
Okay, so bringing it all together then. For Minisink Valley folks navigating these 403B choices, knowledge really is power.
It absolutely is.
Understand the fees. Understand the difference between these providers, the low-cost mutual funds versus the others. And crucially, seek advice from someone who is legally bound to act in your best interest, a fiduciary.
That's the bottom line. Understand fees, seek fiduciary advice.
So as we wrap up, maybe a final thought for our listeners to chew on.
Sure. What really stands out to you after hearing all this? Think about it. How does understanding these fee differences, knowing about these provider types, how does that impact not just your own retirement planning, but maybe also how you think about financial education for educators more broadly? How can this knowledge actually change the way you approach reviewing your own financial future? Something to consider.
That's a great question to leave people with. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
We really hope this information helps you, especially our Minisink Valley listeners, make some really informed and confident decisions for your future.